The Emu War, when Australia lost a war to birds. Do you ever hear someone complain about animals ruining their yard and you just nod along like, yeah, that sounds annoying? That's because you've never met Australia in 1932. Because this wasn't just a pest problem. This was the government declaring war on birds. Now that probably sounds exaggerated. And it kind of is, but also, not really. Quick reset. This story takes place in Australia during the Great Depression, and Australia wasn't exactly thriving. Farmers were already struggling when tens of thousands of emus migrated across Western Australia, moving straight through farmland. Crops destroyed, fences flattened, months of work gone. So the farmers asked the government for help, and the government said yes, which is how the Australian military got involved in what was essentially a bird problem. At the time, this didn't seem insane. The army had machine guns left over from World War I, and emus are birds. This should have been quick. The plan was simple. Send in soldiers, reduce the emu population, restore order. Already ridiculous, but it gets better, or worse. Depends if you're an emu. The birds didn't cooperate. They didn't cluster. They didn't panic. They split into smaller groups and ran in different directions. Fast. Faster than the soldiers. Faster than the trucks. The machine guns jammed. The emus escaped. So the military adjusted the strategy. They mounted a machine gun on a moving truck and tried again. The truck couldn't keep up. At this point, official reports start getting weird. One officer noted that the emus appeared to have a kind of organized strategy, which is impressive, because the emus were not organizing anything. They were just running. Thousands of rounds were fired. Very few birds were confirmed dead. The emus kept migrating. The press noticed. Newspapers started making fun of it. Politicians stopped talking about it. And eventually, the operation was quietly shut down. No victory was announced. No defeat was declared. But the outcome was obvious. Australia lost a war to birds. The emus finished their migration. The farmers adapted. And the military never tried that again. Nothing about the weapons changed. Nothing about the birds changed. Only the assumption did. And that's the Emu War. The only conflict in history where the emus didn't even realize they were winning. If you like this, subscribe for more stories from history that sound made up, but unfortunately aren't.